Hey Sagittarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning Monday the 27th. Now, we have Mercury going retrograde in Libra this week, and I wanted to talk about how these retrogrades seem to always get a bad rap out there. Now, I don't know how long you might have been following my work and my channel, but you might be aware that I'm a very big advocate of retrogrades. So let's use Mercury retrograde as an example. Mercury rules all things communication. It rules the realms of the mind. Now, it happens 3 or 4 times a year, so we're no stranger to it, you know. And we always seem to be forever warned that it's here or it's coming and it's going to cause all sorts of drama and havoc. And it's going to bring people back from the past and issues with communications. And sure, that's the shadow element of experiencing Mercury retrograde. So obviously the signatures of each planet is different when they go into retrograde, but Mercury rules those dominations. They dominate the area of the mind and communications. I should say. So if I was to truly embrace the opportunity of Mercury retrograde, perhaps, you know, I'm really becoming consciously aware, Sagittarius, of the way in which my mind works, and I'm drawn back to the past so I can really look at every step and moment that has shaped me and made me who I am, that got me to here, okay? And it all comes from my beliefs, yeah? You know, they say that our beliefs and our perceptions are what shape our reality, and surely that is as true as anything, you know, because if I change my mind and change my perceptions, I'm going to look at things in a whole different way. So there's a gift there, perhaps 3 or 4 times a year, to truly take a breath, to really backtrack and become aware in the moment, become conscious in the moment of my beliefs. Are they serving me? Are they supporting me? And if I truly want transformation, then perhaps something has to change in order for me, you know, to get to experience something different. And all change starts here. So I just wanted to leave that with the zodiacs this week by talking about retrogrades. The other gift we have this week is a grand trine in air signs. So we have the moon in Gemini, we have the sun and Mars both in Libra, and of course we've got a bigger transit of Saturn being in Aquarius. So let's take a look at the moon, let's take a look at the sun and Mars. Relevant for you guys, Sag. You guys have 7th house themes lighting up thanks to the moon, which is about all things partnership. It brings us to our shadow. It makes us look across the table, okay? So partnership is not just about intimate relationships. It could be about anything. It could be how we come into partnership with others, with our dreams, with our shadow, all right? We're also, thanks to the sun and Mars, there's a lot of high, vibrant, strong clarity and drive that's being highlighted into your 11th house. Our 11th house rules our hopes and dreams. It rules helpful people, supports, inspirations, if you like. It also is the house that rules legislation. So maybe in very practical ways, there could be Sagittarians that are dealing with, you know, the culmination of how legislation and rules and laws impact partnerships. You could be just signing employment documents in very simple ways. On a bigger scale, you could be going through inspirations thanks to your connections and your acquaintances when it comes to partnerships, okay? And how that inspiration can benefit your partnerships, intimate or otherwise. There might be many Saggies out there that are going out there into their networks and really, you know, networking so that they can identify opportunities for an amazing potential when it comes to new business partnerships or creative partnerships. So take it however it resonates. The 11th house rules our hopes and dreams. How are you coming into partnership this week with that area of your life? What aspect of 7th house and the shadow needs to be addressed so that you can bring hopes and dreams ever closer to self? The bigger transit at play with Saturn in Aquarius activating 3rd house. There is this 3-year story where you guys are really working with 3rd house energies, and that rules the realms of communications. There's new ways in which to talk about my hopes and dreams. There's new ways in which to experience communication and harmony and understanding in important partnerships, okay? And that's a bigger wisdom classroom, if you like, when it comes to third house stuff. But this week, the focus is on 7th and 11th house. So I'll leave that with you guys, Saggy. Now, the doubt card has shown up under the deck for you guys when it comes to the oracle cards. There's the honesty card and the trust card. Again, working with 7th house and 11th house, where can you guys choose to be honest? Not just with others, but with self. When it comes to issues that are important to you, like your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, where are you not trusting the process in the realms of 11th house themes, okay? Which, you know, when I'm talking about the Sun and Mars activity that's happening for your 11th house, there's a bigger 6-week story at play, okay? There's something here about trusting the process. There's something here about trusting these new passions and drives that are emerging for you, these new goals and dreams and inspirations that are coming. Again, activating 7th house stuff. You might be wanting to negotiate, come into partnership with another, or discuss these exciting new goals, okay, in partnership, intimate, romantic, and otherwise, okay, and having honest conversations about that. And certainly in many ways for Sagittarians, if I'm to look at the shadow aspect of these cards with the trust card and the honesty card, you know, when I'm working with this energy of feeling like the risk is far greater when I choose to trust than it is to not. This energy of keeping myself safe is what I'm feeling here. The honesty card talks about I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. The trust card talks about I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Your hopes, your dreams, your visions are coming to you for a reason, okay? With the Sun and Mars lighting up your 11th house, be inspired by your greater networks, whether that happens online or out there, okay? And really connecting into them and choosing, you know, to connect into that energy too, Saggy. With your 7th house, there's a new way in which to come into partnership with yourself, with your challenges, with your goals and dreams, this new version of you, and create this idea of what it means to be successful, because the Queen of Coins is a highly, you know, she's a highly successful individual. She's created a life for herself off her own back, and she's created her own security. These themes are present for many of you guys, and perhaps you aren't trusting the process, aren't trusting these visions and inspirations you guys are getting. There's certainly a balancing that wants to happen. For many of you, you might be wanting to rush ahead, but there's like this energy of bringing things into balance first. And again, which is the gift of Mercury Retrograde, which asks us to take a breath, to take a pause, and look at everything that has led us to here. There's something here from the past, perhaps, that you guys might be wanting to go back to. All right, when I'm looking at the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords came up first, and it's going backwards, okay? So that's a direction. It's going that way, not that way into the future. It's wanting to excitedly go back to an old dream, an old goal, an old idea, to truly balance the scales. We become aware of imbalance that needs to be balanced thanks to the 6 of Coins. 6-6 energy, okay? When I'm working with 6 energy, it's all about connection. It's all about harmony in relationships, okay? Whether we're experiencing that in love, you guys are activating 7th house stuff. Whether we're experiencing that in any important partnership, which is what the 7th house gives us, in the realms of family, love, friendship, okay? We're bringing things into balance. There's an aha moment I'm feeling, and I literally heard that when I saw these two. There's an aha moment, like there was a clue in the past. For many of you, that's going to be relevant, okay? So, my friend, you're activating 7th house, 11th house, and 3rd house themes. You literally could find yourself connecting into siblings, partnerships, forming new partnerships. There's inspirations from siblings and your wider networks online, thanks to 11th house stuff. Creating successful partnerships, or at least chapters within existing partnerships moving forward. And that's going to take a level of honesty on some level within, from you or from another. But the promise here is about establishing sustainable self-resources for the future, like this, like, you know, going into business for self, looking after self is what I'm feeling. It's exciting. It can be, you know, and perhaps for many of you, you're worried about that passion dying, or the burden of that responsibility, okay? There are some that might be doubting themselves, okay? But the past has a clue for you, and it will bring things into balance so that you can actively move forward, is what I do want to say. And the bigger message overall is to trust. Trust self, trust visions, trust your knowing. All right, Saggy, that was your quick read for the week beginning Monday the 27th. I hope you got something out of that, my friend. Have an empowered week. Take care until next time.